Just remember guys, just always remember, come on, focus you f***ing camera. Alright guys, Pitbike Sonic here, and in today's video we are going to be building this small wheeled M2R 140 pit bike. So if you do buy a pit bike from Fun Bikes, which stock M2Rs, or any pit bikes that matter of fact, from Moto or any other companies, if you're getting them shipped to you, this is probably how they're going to turn out. All different companies will be slightly different, where the forks might come in, the rear shock might come in, the wheels might be attached, but they're all going to be in some sort of form where you've got to build them. So this M2R today, this is how we've got it and arrived, and we are going to put it all together. I'll show you all the bits you need to do, a few helpful tips as well, just to make sure that the bike runs a little better when you initially get it started. But yeah, we're just going to go through. I'm also going to tell you guys how you could have the chance to win this bike once I've finished building it. So make sure to hang around and watch that. But let's get this bike out the crate and let's start getting it built. So let's start off by getting all of this bubble wrap off, getting all the boxes and getting it out the crate. One front wheel, one mudguard, one rear shock. So this is the bike pretty much now with everything off it, all the bubble wrap off, all the cable ties off. So quick show you around what the bike's like with it just still in the crate. As you can see, the rear suspension is not attached, got no front forks in. Yeah, so quite a little bit to do. So yeah. Let's get it out of the crate, boys. Not many people let me loose with power tools. Woohoo! Cage is free. Right, so the bike's out the cage now. I think the next thing we're going to probably do is probably stick the rear suspension in first. So yeah, let's get on with that, guys. So here is the rear shock. Top bolt is already sitting in there and the bottom one is in the bike. So we'll just get this one out. Simple case of fitting it. Take both bolts out like so. So we've got the top one over there, bottom one down there. Just remember guys, the valve goes on the top, not the bottom, so always make sure you've got the spring this way up. So that is the rear shock on now. Just remember guys, the two spanners you'll need for that are a 13 and a 14mm spanner. And just remember guys, always make sure you've got the valve at the top, not at the bottom. But that is the rear shock all on. Next up, front forks. Right, so we're on the main stand now. It's time to do front end of the bike. So we've got the front caliper in here. We've got that handlebars, but first we're going to stick the front forks in, get that done first, because then a lot of the other things clip to it. Also get the front mudguard on as well. All we need for this part of the job, just an Allen key. I've just obviously got it on the end of a ratchet. That's all you need. Might need a bit of persuasion just to get them lined up. Remember guys, this is Chinese stuff, so you don't have to go ratcheting this to hell. Just a light nip up, don't go mad, we don't want to be stripping any threads. I can remember when I bought my first pit bike as a kid, how much they've come on. How much they've come on. Like, the quality of this is so much better than what they used to be.
Yeah.
Right, so that is the front forks in now. I've kind of just put them in lightly because obviously we've got to get the front wheel in first and make sure everything lines up. Next up, let's stick these handlebars on. So, to connect the handlebars, as you can see, we've already put one loosely in, but these two size 14mm bolts, and they just go underneath the headstock here, and you literally just tighten these up as hard as you can. Once again, not too tight because this is cheap Chinesium, don't forget. Handlebars on, Bosch. Right, next up, front brake caliper. So we've got the line coming all the way down from the handlebars, and then we've got this little clip here, which this just sits in, and then you got your two bolts that just clip in down here. So let's get started. The washers and the bolts are already in the caliper that go on the bottom of the fork leg. And these two bolts here that we just pinch up with a size 8. Right, so that's the front caliper all done. You just need to loosen these just so you can get the brake hose on the fork holder. Now it's got this little plastic bit here that sits in there just to hold it in place. Right, so front brake is all connected now, guys. Let's stick this mudguard on, and then it'll be time to shove the front wheel in. So here's the mudguard. Once again, guys, it's just 3 8mm bolts to put the mudguard on the bottom yoke. So let's get the mudguard on. Mudguard on, Bosch. Right, time to put the front wheel in. Remember, guys, the smaller spacer goes on the non-brake disc side, and the bigger spacer goes on the brake disc side, and that will all go in smoothly then. Right, let's get this front wheel in. So guys, the bike is pretty much done now. As you can see, there weren't too much to do really. Rear shock, handlebars, front forks, front wheel, front mudguard, front number board. Pretty much all you needed to do really to get the bike nicely done. It's all done, I've checked everything, everything's nice and tight and ready to go. Last thing we need to do though is change the oil, because the oil that comes in these bikes is pretty much just transport oil. So you don't want to be riding about on the horrible Chinese stuff in here. The oil we're going to be using today is a new sponsor of mine, which is 7-1 Racing Oil. This is Pitbike Pacific 1040 semi-synthetic oil, and it is the bollocks. It is top stuff, I wouldn't run my pit bike on anything else. It is really good, and it really will preserve and keep your engine lasting and running a lot longer, and even going a little bit better. And if your engine's going a little bit better, guys, that means you're going to be winning races. And if you're winning races, you're going to be attracting the opposite sex a lot more. So there's a lot more chance of you getting a girlfriend if you're using 7-1 oil. And if you've already got a missus, then there's a good chance she's going to stay with you and not leave you for someone who is using 7-1 oil. So guys, I really recommend, I'll put a link in the description below. This is not just going to help your bike run better, but it's probably going to sort out your life as well. So check out the link below and go get yourself some 7-1 pit bike oil. Look at the state of that oil, guys. Look at the state of that oil, guys. You definitely do not want that running in your pit bike, so make sure you get it changed. So that's our old disgusting transport oil out. Look at the state of that. You'd never want to run that in your bike. Once you've filled it up, guys, all you do is you get your dipstick. You can see your mark on the end there. Just dip it in, screw it in, make sure your engine's cold, and when you're done, just take this on the top like that. And if it's all good, then we're all done with our oil change. Bosh! Alright guys, so that was just a little tutorial on how to build a M2R pit bike when it comes to you in the post, out of the crate. Quite easy to do really, guys. Rear shock, front forks, handlebars, mudguard, number board. It's pretty simple. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to be able to do it. Right guys, you have got a chance to win this amazing bike that I've just built through the competition site, Champ Competitions. They're currently doing this as an instant win, so you're not able just to win this bike, you can win some other amazing prizes as well, like games consoles, cash giveaways, Christmas deals. There are loads and loads of instant wins, including this M2R pit bike. So guys, make sure to go over there and check it out. The final prize is an amazing 1,500 TUI voucher, so you can go on holiday wherever you like across the world. The ticket prices are 89p, but because of this video, I'm also giving you a discount code of Sonic. So when you go to checkout on the instant win competition, I'll put a link in the description below. If you put in Sonic on your checkout, you'll get 20% off your ticket as well. So make sure to go on to Champ Competitions and get entering, and maybe you can go win this bike. Also guys, like I said, don't forget, check out the link below for 7-1 pit bike engine oil to make sure to go get yourself some and make your pit bike engine last a lot longer, like it will in this one here. Cheers guys for watching this video. Go head over to Champ Competitions. Remember guys, hit that button there to subscribe and hit that button there to watch some more videos. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.